Okay, Jenny's always a hard act to follow, but Ben, I'm sure will give it a good go. Thank you, Ben.
I will. Hey guys, my name's Ben, and today I'll be talking about the concepts I drew from this course exactly 1 year ago. First of all, empowerment. What is necessary to change a person is to change his awareness of himself. This course did that. It increased my awareness of the world around me, it changed my perspectives, and through that learning, I felt empowered. And this isn't just SRES, this is what I think learning is. It lets you do things that you never thought you could do before. It lets you act in areas you weren't confident in before. Change was another big concept, and ironically, for me, this began with identifying that some things don't change. Identifying with the past, the Yolngu metaphors, were all about realizing that the challenges we face, the fears we have, our dreams and our hopes, they're pretty much the same as all the people that have come before us and all the people that surround us. So there's not that much difference. Perspectives on change. We had the Al Gores, the cornucopians, the catastrophists, and the caterpillars. But one thing that runs through all of us is that we construct the future. So we use our own experiences and our values, what we think to be true, to create expectations. And one thing that I did learn then was there really needs to be data. As Peter Kanolsky said, we need state of the environment reporting. We need the Yale Index for Sustainability. We need the Genuine Progress Indicator. And this is even more true because sustainability challenges the status quo. It's a contentious issue. It goes against so many dominant paradigms, what it means to have progress, economic growth, unlimited economic growth, and instead it puts up limits and carrying capacity. It needs new thinking, and we need to shed the cultural baggage, as Burke and Wills so painfully learnt. Another big one, which I'm sure you've heard a lot about as well, was myths. They're important. As Alistair was talking about, they hold our society together. They form our understanding of the world, the meaning that we attach to things. We heard about Australia Unlimited, the moral imperative of development, the mission for improvement, and the whole concept of what progress means. But as important as these things are, they are social capital, they are the glue that holds us together. We still need to question them. We still need to question the things that we take for granted. Like Andrew Campbell asked, when are we going to start living like Australians? Realising that the kind of ecosystem we live in isn't Britain or Europe. Myths form our perspectives. And that's where it started to get a bit complex for me because I started to realise that people have different perspectives. We're all informed by different myths, and that shapes our actions in the world. So before I started this course, I was naive enough to think that if you studied a subject enough, you could see it with complete clarity. But that's not true because everyone has a different theoretical lens. Everyone sees different things in different issues. And there's no correct lens to use. My favourite thing was probably the understandoscope. I'm not sure if you guys had that too, but I thought that was really good. And so if there is no correct answer, what do? You can act like a prism, capture as many perspectives as you can, and you have to make links that can't be separated between nature, culture, the market, between science and politics, between different people. And you have to do this across scales, between the family, the individual, the company, and the nation. But most of all, what I thought SRES was about was empowerment again, and making a difference. I have a really good quote. Geographers cannot remain neutral. In documenting human environmental relations, geographers are always uncovering issues of equity and inequality. Who gets what, who doesn't, and why. Geographers like us then clearly have an ethical choice. We can ignore the implications of our studies, or we can at least try and do something. Either choice is a political one, and it's one that we all face. Whether attainable or not, sustainability is a goal to strive for. Human survival depends on it. And whether we can achieve it, it's a goal such as liberty, freedom, and justice. It is worth striving for. It's the challenge of our age, and we have to rise to meet it. As Richard brought to our attention, there's an increasing role for civil society. That's you and I. There's a role for us to engage in the institutions of policy making to bridge the gap between science and policy. And as Peter Kanolsky said, SRES is all about helping translate talk into action. Andrew Campbell as well said that we are all key players in the challenge of our age. There are rich and diverse opportunities for us all in every aspect of the economy and society. Work out what we have, what you have to offer, and then do something about it. Be opportunistic. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. I also attached another slide that you might be interested in, 2 upcoming events, which are the Students of Sustainability Conference, held annually and draws people from all over Australia, just like you guys, who are interested. It's a really good event. You meet lots of people who are actually doing something, and you learn a lot. That's just after exams, and then the Camp for Climate Action as well, which is more workshops and direct action or protest, I suppose, but also really good for meeting people. But yeah, they're really big events, so feel free to visit those websites or look them up on Facebook.
Thank you, Ben.
There's one.
So just while Lynn's getting ready, just have to think about the two presentations you've seen so far.
I'm good, how are you going? Somewhere just plop that on yourself somewhere.
Yeah, it's best just
A bit lower than the chest level.
Reflective.
like down there.
Speakers had something to say. They brought together themes from right across the course.
Yeah, that's really
So these all
Yeah.
something that you'll be able
That
to
one.
pick up and learn from. And as I said before, do have a look at the criteria by which you're being marked by as well, because they make those things quite explicit. What they're looking for.
Is that going to work?
Should work.
And this one, do I just put my pocket?
Yep.